that's on the tea we have here about Hakimi and Sons.
Hakimi.
Hakimi? No. Hakimi versus wife.
Versus wife.
Yes.
Hakimi of Souls.
In the case of Hakimi versus Abouk. What is it?
Hiba.
Abouk. Akraf.
Abouk.
Hiba. In the case of Hakraf. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. It's your favorite duo, Mandy and Juliet duo again, and today we are back with a new topic. If you're a new subscriber, please keep coming back because we have a lot of content for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for the support.
Thank you. We love you.
So we're going to be talking about, you know what now? You know what has been making the rounds on social media now?
Why is King Solomon?
Yes, it's King Hakimi.
Hakimi.
Round of applause for our homeboy. Because no, it's not even our homeboy.
He's not
from
our
our place,
homeboy.
But anyways,
why is King Solomon of our time?
we want to talk about his wisdom.
Before we start, let's.
Or is that wisdom? Or let's just say his perceived wisdom.
Let's make a joke before we start.
Okay.
So,
let's hear this. If it's not funny, I will flog you. Better make me laugh.
Oh yeah, ask me who's Hakimi.
No, you say no, let's do the knock. Let's do the knock
Okay.
joke.
No, is it knock knock joke?
We don't need to do a knock joke.
Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah.
Knock.
Who's that?
Hakimi.
Is it Hakimi also? Is it the guy that did Hakimi also?
It's just something joke is not even funny.
I didn't say it right. It was supposed to be funny.
Okay, so the first time we had it was actually funny, but we cannot seem to translate it and make you guys laugh. So comment is not a thing. Let's just go straight to the point. Anyways,
so we're going to be talking about Hakimi today and his perceived wisdom. Because
no, let's not start. You know,
give me somebody just
now let's go straight to the point.
Ease you into it gradually.
I'm sure you guys know who this Hakimi is, but please enlighten them.
Okay, so Hakimi is a 24-year-old football player. He plays for PSG and he's a defender and he's very good at it actually. He's very good. He's 24 years old. He's making good money. He plays for PSG. That's currently where Messi is. So you know that he rolls with the big boys. You get. So that's who we're going to be talking about.
If I did not hear it from her,
Intro.
if not for all of this, I don't even know who the Hakimi is. This Hakimi guy, because I'm not really in the sports scene. Yeah, I know. That's why I said enlighten them, because I don't want to go and say what I don't know. But anyways, yeah,
he's Moroccan actually. He's originally from Morocco, so he's Moroccan.
There's a French something in there. So I really don't know how that comes into the picture. But this 24-year-old is married to a 36.
I think 36.
I think she's 36 right now.
Right,
yeah.
about now 36.
I guess.
36 years old.
Sure. And they decided to get a divorce.
Why?
Now in the middle of their divorce, yeah, the lady is asking for half his property. And it turns out Hakimi does not have a penny to his name.
Boy had no money.
Like, in fact, in the news I saw, in the news article I saw, they say he doesn't even have a pair of
the clothes on his back. He doesn't own it.
He doesn't have a pair of socks in his name, so he's like totally empty because all his money is in his mother's name and all his assets and properties in his mommy's name.
Now, how do you explain that?
Please.
Now this guy earns, I think, €1 million. Yeah, I think he earns €1 million every month. Yes, I think that €1 million every month. €1 million every month, guys. How come? I had to repeat that because you need to hear it. How come you don't own a dime?
Well, he does own money and properties,
but
it's under his mommy's name, and every time he needs to get stuff,
mommy's boy,
we go back to he goes back to mommy to get him stuff.
Weird.
Now, what's his wife's name again?
Hiba.
Okay.
Abouk. Something. Sorry, I'm sorry if I murdered that name, but Hiba Abouk, I guess.
Okay. Hiba actually wanted to collect her share of the national money because she felt she was entitled to his wealth.
Yeah.
And well, if they're going to get a divorce, he needs to pay alimony, doesn't he?
Yes.
So now she's demanding for half his money. And the government is like, half his money from where, ma?
He doesn't
have money, oh. Come and be going, ma.
He doesn't own anything.
own take on this.
No, first off, let's tell them who Hiba is actually.
Hiba is his wife. She's an actress. She's
Yes.
a model. She's a Spanish actress. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a model. This lady actually has her own money. Let's not come and start looking at it like she doesn't have money.
Yes.
She actually,
Hiba is, like she said, is an actress.
yeah.
Who was already made before she met Hakimi at all. She was already made before she met Hakimi. She was doing well. She's well known. She's an actress. So she's got her own money. But then she met Hakimi when Hakimi was 19.
18.
Okay, they started dating when he was 18 and she was about 31.
I think they got married when he was 19 or so.
Yes, they got married.
She was 31
before,
at
like
the
when
time.
he was 19.
So
and
he
she
was about
31.
19 years.
So he was about 18 when they met and started dating, and at the time that was when he was just, you know, that was when he was like coming into his career and just like that was about when he was about to blow. Let me say it in a local
He never blew that time.
He never to blow that time, but she was already up there. She had her own money. She was okay. She was doing very, very well. Now down to the topic of the day.
No, she was doing very, very well.
Okay, according to what they have said, according to news reports, they said she's doing okay.
She was making her own money.
She was making her own money. So fast forward to this day, not this day, a couple of weeks ago, when she decided that she wanted to divorce him. Why is she getting a divorce? Why did she decide to get a divorce? Let's talk about that.
When this case actually came out, like you could see Twitter going wild and people were celebrating and being like, hey, they caught her in her own game, you know? Like she's such a gold digger. The words
they're like Hakimi is such a wise guy and stuff like that.
Everybody praised Hakimi for his wisdom.
Bro.
And everybody was going like, oh, his wife is such a gold digger, this, that. But then,
are you calling him a gold digger? Sorry, her a gold digger.
Is that the case though?
Because obviously this girl, let's say, remember I told you that she had her own money before she met you? Like she met Hakimi, not you. Remember I told you she had her own money before she met Hakimi. So why are people assuming that she's a gold digger? Why do you think people are assuming that she's a gold digger?
Why do I think people are assuming she's a gold digger?
Yes.
No. Am I responsible for their thoughts?
Okay. Let's start with this. Why would a 31-year-old woman want to date?
Let's analyze this, babe.
Boy. I mean, a boy.
First, seriously, what was she doing dating a teenager?
She had no business being with that boy, because he's still a boy down to today. Okay.
Why? Which masculinity? 24-year-old if I beat you?
But he's still a boy though.
Are we supposed to say that here? So I will not perceive us as violent people.
No
so
violence.
Sorry, Hakimi, nobody's beating you or
our
anything
page,
like that.
Our space we don't
support violence.
We don't
support
support
violence.
But then,
no, we don't. Yeah, we do not.
But we don't.
So, back to topic.
Yeah.
What was a 31-year-old doing with a 19-year-old? Please, somebody should explain it to me, because I understand love happens and age doesn't really matter. It's just a number. But the guy was 19 though.
He was 18 at the time. Let's start from when they met. He was 13. He was 18 when they met.
Probably fresh out of
I mean,
of
a boy that is he's just about, like, he just started getting money. He has not experienced life. He has not done anything with himself. He was
supposed to make silly mistakes that teenagers make. What are you doing getting married to him?
He's supposed to be fooling around and just being a boy.
He's supposed to be fooling around because he's supposed to have sense still. But
no. Wait. Okay, let's just assume. Obviously, you see what's going on.
Okay, so let's talk about Hakimi's wife, Hiba Abouk. Yeah. This lady was 31 when they met.
Yes, she was about 31 when they met.
I think.
Yes.
Anyways, she was like a full-grown adult, decided to get married to a teenager. That's on her. I don't know. But people are just so quick. You know, when this case came up, people kept talking about how she was a gold digger, how Hakimi was wise enough to have his finances tied in a way that she could not really get access to it. Everybody was just going on, and you should see the praises they heap on this guy. Be like, oh my God, he's so wise.
Of our time.
People were just so carried away with the fact that Hakimi was wise enough to tie up his funds, and they kept going. You know, repeatedly they kept referring to her as a gold digger and all of that.
Nobody's looking at things from her own perspective. Nobody's looking at her own concerns. For Christ's sake, they have kids. She has a family. She has children to protect.
Exactly. Now, let's not forget, Hakimi actually has a sexual abuse case that has not even been resolved yet.
Still ongoing.
Or at least allegedly.
Yes,
That has
allegedly.
not been resolved yet.
It's an ongoing case currently.
And for the divorce, she actually cited infidelity
Yeah.
and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nobody's concerned about why this lady is actually deciding to divorce her husband. Nobody saw all of this as like
a
reasons
problem.
or something. They just want to go with the narrative of, oh, she's a gold digger, she wants money,
she was with him for
good
the
for
money.
her, she doesn't have money, and all of that. In fact, some people are even saying
People are so
she would
jaded.
have to pay Hakimi since on
money.
paper she has money and he
Like,
doesn't.
what?
So
God.
she's going to be divorcing her husband. She has claimed is cheating on her and has been unfaithful.
Still paying
And
him.
I mean,
Still paying him.
I mean,
Like, you don't realize that there might be some atom of truth in everything she has said. There's a possibility. I mean, somebody went to the police to report him for rape. He's being investigated currently, though we don't know if it's actually
we don't know
true
the head or the tail
not.
of that story.
But the fact remains that there's an ongoing case against him. And then there's a possibility that he has been cheating on her. It's possible. I mean, this boy is young. There's a possibility that he has been cheating.
I mean, there's no smoke without fire.
Exactly.
She says he has been cheating on her.
Yes.
She's in the marriage. She knows.
There's a possibility. She has her own fears too. Plus, they have children. There might be like different reasons why she decided that she wanted to leave the marriage, and people have to consider this. Like, everybody is just going on. Like, the truth is, nobody even mentioned that. Like, from every other person that I've been hearing from, especially when the case broke out, everybody was just like, Hakimi, King Solomon of our time, he's so wise, is this, is that. Nobody mentioned
It's
that
like
this guy.
It's like they conveniently want to forget these things that were said about him.
Exactly.
Things that were
Like,
that
nobody-
was said
nobody
about
is
him,
saying-
and they want to focus on, oh,
The
he's
lady
so wise.
and they're just painting her to be like a bad person, that she
The
was
devil.
with him for the money.
Yeah, and she's
Meanwhile-
leaving because she wants to make
Yeah.
money off the divorce. So I'm very sure. I'm not very sure because
We
she's
don't
my
know.
mommy. I
We
don't
can't-
know.
We can't
I
be
don't
sure.
know
We're
her.
just saying all of these are just speculations.
But I just feel like
Yes.
everybody going with the she is a gold
Don't be
digger narrative.
insensitive. That's it. Like, don't be insensitive to her own. Like, don't just override her own perspective, because I'm sure that she has her own reasons. You get. Don't
So
be insensitive.
everybody going with the narrative of she's a gold digger. I feel like she's being judged too harshly,
Yeah.
or people are not really taking time to evaluate this
Look at the
objectively,
situation.
because you can't just chalk her fears, and obviously this is not a small step. This will affect her. This will affect her career. This will affect her kids.
She has kids.
So you cannot just take this whole step
Without
and chalk it down to,
thinking about
oh, she's a gold digger. Of course, there's a possibility of that, because I mean, people, it's not the first time. If
Yeah,
she
it's
actually,
happening.
it's not the first time it's happening. So
Well-
there's a possibility, but then let's not get carried away with the whole
Yeah.
Hakimi is such a wise man and she
Now-
is a gold digger narrative.
I can see where people are coming from, yeah, because we've seen situations of footballers that has lost everything they had to a woman over cases like this. Do you understand? So I understand when people are being like, they are it again. Do you
They
understand?
have come again,
Like,
they want to come and
I
wreck him.
understand when people are being like, they are it again, but look at it, think about it properly. Like, this lady, there are things that you might not know. Now, we are not taking anybody's sides. We are just talking from both sides.
We've talked about Hiba, okay? We've talked about how she's being judged harshly on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hakimi. Why does he have all his money in his mommy's name?
Were you expecting something to happen?
What was the thought behind it?
Like,
Now
it's-
I understand
It's
him.
actually weird.
Yeah, I
It's
understand him having his mom as his manager and like the signature to all his funds and his assets before his marriage. But at some point in the marriage, did he not think he was safe enough to actually have like funds aside for? I mean, she can still have control over the majority of his assets, but then he should still have something aside, at least in his name. Having everything in her own name,
No.
down to your clothes.
When I first heard like he doesn't have any money under his name, I was like, oh, okay, maybe at the time that he started earning all this money, he was young. So like that's what I first said. I was like, maybe at the time that he started earning
Yeah,
all
of
this
course
money,
he
he was young, and probably his mom
He is
was
still
like,
young.
okay, let me be in charge of the money until you are old enough to.
Manage your own funds.
But This boy is married. He has kids. How do you not have anything?
He has responsibilities.
Like, how do you take care of your family?
What happens if you need money for that, but you go to your
You
mom?
go to your mom.
Now let's look at this here. This guy was 19 when he met a 31-year-old and decided to get married to her.
Yeah.
He was 19 and she was 31. You can easily see how this could actually go wrong because he's a teenager.
Yeah.
If I was his mom, I would be concerned. When there's a divorce case, most times, let's be honest, it's mostly in the woman's favor. So anybody would want to be like, okay, have her sign a very tight prenup, or in Hakimi's case, employ this because I have to give it to him. This was really out of the box thinking.
I was going to come there, but then it's weird. If you didn't trust her now, does it have anything to do with trust?
Of course it does. It has to be lack of trust. Because if you don't trust her, why did you get married to her?
Of course. Like, why did you marry her if you don't trust her? If you don't think you were confident enough to want to be in charge of your assets, like, why did you decide to be with her? So what was the issue?
Well, he wasn't coerced into the relationship, was he?
What was the issue? Because it just seemed too perfect. It was
pre-planned.
It was just too perfect. This situation is just too perfect. Him getting away with it, like just getting away without paying a dime, is just way too perfect.
Because
that is why
that was
asking,
tight.
at one point, at what point was your mom in charge of your assets?
Of all his assets.
At what point? Was it from before you even got married to her, or sometime along the way?
Now that's the thing.
Yeah, at what point?
If it was in, like, within the time frame of their marriage, I would say, okay, maybe he got caught onto the fact that she was with him for the money, and she was probably planning something for him.
So she decided to put it.
Yeah. So if it was during the course of the marriage that he decided, okay, mommy, you know what?
Hold
all of this because I really don't know what's going on in my house, but I feel like something's about to really get bad. I would understand it. I'll feel like, okay. He probably just knew and caught her in the act and just like protected himself and stuff. But if this was from the get-go, that means he never trusted her. He always felt
like
she was going to come up with something like this.
But it's weird, babe. You used to think about it. Like, honestly, I don't blame him for if he actually doesn't trust her. I feel like he wasn't mature enough at that time. He hasn't seen anything yet.
And
you know that money has influence.
That could easily make him a target if she's actually a gold digger.
If she's out for his money. Yes.
Because she would just look at him and naive and young. Before your eye go open, I'm going to finish you.
Oh, God.
And then his mommy will be like, not on my watch, babes. Not on my watch.
Let's talk about this. You know, that he has an allegation against him about rape. How come somebody went to report him for rape and didn't actually press charges?
Okay, that's a whole thing. Now we've been talking about how concerned she felt about his allegation and all of that, but then his alleged sexual assault case has left me wondering too. A girl just walks into the police station and she's like, "Hi, I came here to report that this man actually sexually assaulted me, but I'm not going to press charges."
Yes, don't charge him.
Adios, and then she leaves.
Let's just let it slide.
Out of righteous anger, the fact that you felt violated, you knew what this person did to you. You were angry enough and rode the wave of that anger
to the police station.
And then how are you not pressing charges? So what was the point?
Somebody say question marks because a very big question mark is there. Like, is this a setup?
If I don't even know what this is anymore.
Is this a setup?
These days, we really don't know what to believe anymore.
Like, ladies, please. We need evidence.
If this case is actually a sexual assault case,
he should be dealt with, actually.
Come on.
He should.
Should it actually be left on...
He should be dealt with. But I mean, we're just saying that it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up that somebody raped you went to report them, but you tell them that I'm coming to just report though. But
not to press charges.
Don't charge him. Let's let it slide. Just like that.
The whole thing, the image is not coming together.
There's something, I feel like there's something missing. There's a missing piece to
this
whole thing.
That's what I'm saying.
There's something missing that we are not getting. There's something either both of them are not telling us about, or the media and the whole public doesn't know about. We don't know what's happening. Nobody sees what's going on behind the doors. We don't know what's going on. We don't know is what you tell us that would take.
Exactly.
So
and these things could easily be
let's be
fabricated.
very, 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 what's it called?
Cautious.
Cautious.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to just judge. don't be quick to call somebody a gold digger. So we need to like consider the fact that if there's a possibility that this person might be wrong or this person is right, this person might be right, this person is wrong.
You never
We
know with
never
these
can
things.
tell.
So it's inconclusive for
We
us.
never can tell.
Thank you very much for watching us today, and of course, as you know, we'll be expecting you on our next video.
Yeah.
And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below, because really we want to be
hear your
interactive
2
with you
cents.
guys.
We would like to hear your 2 cents. You can leave us a comment. I've been seeing a lot of comments about this, like about this particular case, you get, and we would like to hear your own thoughts. Please, guys.
Thanks again for the support. See you next time.
We